Hell yeah. Take a good close look at this right here. It's the 44S heavy duty Singer sewing machine. Why am I talking about this? I'll tell you. I don't know. But Mama got it for me, and so I can. I've always been, even during the show and performance days, I've always been into. I never really went out and bought clothes. I mean, once in a while I did. We'd go to Let It Rock on Melrose or where it was, and we'd find some clothes and stuff down there, and shoes and stuff like that, in the Cat House days and the rock star days. And so yeah, I would me and my brother both did this. We would go down to get material, and we had a sewing machine, and we basically made our own clothes for performances. And have I stopped doing that? No, I haven't. I mean, yeah, I don't really actually make my clothes from scratch, but I do a lot of tailoring. And one of the reasons why I tailor some of my jeans and stuff like that is because, well, for women, I don't know why, but I usually wear a boot cut jean, right? They're basically a straight leg. Boot cut is basically a straight leg. It's a little tight fitting, on the thigh, and then it kind of loosens up a little bit as it goes down. But that's not good enough for me. See, I need a flare. I need something that's right on the border of the 70s, right? 60s and 70s, bell bottoms. I ordered some bell bottoms online on Amazon, and I don't know where the fuck they're from. They're like from China or something like that. But anyway, so I ordered. They were like $36. Now there's another company out called Worn Star or something like that, and they make the Rockstar pants. The leather and the lace and the flare. But it's so funny in general, like if you go to Walmart, whatever, they don't really make those kind of jeans for guys. For women, they do. They make a nice flare for women. Women wear them all the time. They wear them with boots or heels or whatever. But for guys, no, not so much. Hard to find. So what I decided to do was make my own flare. So I just get, it could be a 517. 517 Levi is actually a boot cut. It's got a very slight flare, but not good enough for me. So I just like it to kind of nice flare out at the bottom of the shoe. It's just, it's so funny because they make your legs look longer for some reason. A bell cut or flare cut jean on women makes their legs look longer. I'm just not into the peg look. Now we did wear the peg pants, with my boots on the outside of my pants. Biker boots kind of had that. I kind of had the Sid Vicious kind of look, the high biker boots, and black tight pants, spray on pants. And those were pegged, but in the 80s I didn't really get it because we were just coming out of the 70s, really, kind of in the mid 80s. So I didn't have that urge of wearing flares, and then I did get into flares in the 90s. Wrangler made a really good boot cut that had a really nice flare. But anyways, long story short, I tailor and used to make my own clothes, for the stage. But for this now, when I'm doing this easy, laid back, doing acoustic gigs and putting a smile on people's faces, not so much. But I got my H-Bar C shirts and my country shirts with the piping, and then a nice, I'll wear a nice flare jean, and I just think it's a good look. So yeah, I don't know what I'm getting at here, but yeah, it's not about the sewing machine or making my clothes or whatever, but there is a little underlying thing about your presence, right? You want your presence to be good, kind of want to look good. But but that's kind of a weird thing. Anybody could look good in their own way. I mean, if it's kind of like got that grunge look or punk look or whatever, it's all good. It all works. You could do anything that fits you, anything you feel good in and makes you feel good, wear it, right? So, anyways, but what I wanted to get to today was about maintenance on the guitar. I did some work on my, I told you I did some work on my D35 Martin. And I had, well, here, I'm going to show you. I had, let's see that. All right, I have this binding here was coming undone. Now it's flush, not going anywhere, and it's fine. It started to lift there, right there, and that wasn't good. So I clamped it all up and put some super glue in there and made a little bit of a mess, but anyways, but I cleaned it all up and it looks good. Everything's fine. I did get a piece of glue here and a piece of glue here, and went shit. So I took that oh god, that goof off. You know, it's basically a solvent, and I ended up taking some of the lacquer, the finish they have on this. So I went, oh no, and it was kind of, you could see like a dry spot here and here. So, but I took some orange oil and put it in there, and it's fine. It looks fine. You know what? Your guitars are going to get wear and tear. That's the bottom line. Everything on the neck is good, but I had this fret on this string here. That would be your G. Yeah, G string. I had, oh wait a minute, no, it was my B string. So I had a debit on the fret there, a nice good debit, and the debit followed all the way down to about right here. It was very vague, very. So, and then I had a little divot on the outside on the fret, and it only went up to about right here. So, damn, I guess I really lay on those D chords pretty hard. I don't know, but anyways, so I took the strings off, cleaned it all up, and I did a fill-in with solder with a little bit of silver in it, silver, tin, and the other alloy. And so, but you can see there's no debits. It came out really nice. And so I obviously filed it down, crowned it, and polished it, the frets. And yeah, it's fixed. Now, is it fixed permanently? No. I'm gonna have to take this thing in and probably get it refretted. I don't think it needs anything else done. The bridge is solid. Everything is solid. The neck is solid. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I do my own fretting, but not on acoustic. I've never done it on an acoustic. It's pretty much the same thing, but the problem is you need tooling. So anyways, so yeah, you need to maintain your equipment. That's what this little post is about. Just taking care of your gear. You know, once in a while, like every month or every couple months, I'll have to even take a rag and all my cords that I have on the floor and everything, because the floors are so dirty and everything, and I have to go through and wipe everything down, just so, because at the end of the evening when I'm setting up and then do the show, and then I break down and my hands are just, they look like shit. It's just because of all the crap on the floor, and the cords just get dirty. But the main thing is, your main tool is your acoustic, right? It's important to maintain that thing, keep it clean. Yeah, well, some people let it go and they let their frets get kind of crusty. There's no polish to the frets. And you let your guitar go like that, the problem is that you're not going to get your full potential out of the guitar. You want when those frets are dirty like that and they're kind of crusty and they need to be polished, you clean those up and polish them up and make them look new. Helps your sustain. Helps your sustain the ring of the string. It's important. How often do I change my strings? Oh boy. Whenever they start to sound clunky, you know. As long as they keep ringing, I keep them on. Probably when I'm busy and working every weekend, I probably change them like every month and a half maybe. You know, could change them more, but strings aren't cheap, right? Everything's gone up. So anyways, yeah, so I change them about every month to every 6 weeks, something like that. I'll change them up. And that's even if I'm playing, you know, doing 2 performances a weekend. So, you know, but you're playing hard for those 2 hours, you know, so, yeah. Yeah, so I got this baby rocking good, man. This thing is looking good. I'm digging it. And it sounds great. I mean, it just sounds bitchin'. Let me see here. Probably out of tune, because I put new strings on it. I gotta cut my nails too. Sounds pretty good. Thing is, wow. When you put on new strings, they go out of whack, man. I mean, I put it on. I tuned it after I did my neck, crowned and polished the frets. I put some new strings on. And I'm trying these strings out. I use, my preferences, Diodario strings. They're my favorite. They're just good strings, and they've always done me good. And you know, there's other strings that are great out there too, I'm sure. But back in the day was Slinky, right? But anyways, yeah, they all make a decent, you know, Diodario. They've got a lot of more variety of sizes and oddball sizes and stuff like that. Even though I just stick to 11s, that's what I play with, is 11s. But I stick to 11s. But these ones that I just bought, these are like some kind of premium string. They got a discount on them. And so I think the bottom is a 50, or the okay, it's 11, and the bottom is a 52, I think it's a 52, so it's a big bottom. So what I wanted to tell you guys is it's so important to keep the maintenance up on your tool, you know, your guitar. Keep it clean. Also, what I did too, let me see. What I did here too was, I don't know if you could see it, but you can see the wear marks on the back of the neck, huh? You like that? Well, some of it is me, but a lot of it's sandpaper. I enhanced it a little bit more. So what I do is I do it with almost all my guitars. Every time I get, I can't stand a glossy neck. You know what I mean? I'm not into that. I just, when I sweat or if it's hot or whatever, you get sticky. So what I do is I use a 400. You can even go down to like a 360 or whatever. Do like a 400 sandpaper. You're like, oh, what the fuck is he doing on a fucking $3,000 guitar? Well, you know what? It's my guitar, and I want it to play the best and the most comfortable that I play with. So I took some. You know, I'd already been wearing on it, you know, because I've been playing this thing for quite a few years, and so there's some worse spots, but I just take that sandpaper and sand the whole back of the neck and take that gloss off, and you'll see how much smoother, even when you're sweating or whatever, it just, you can glide up and down there. Not that you're ripping all over on the neck, it just feels better to get rid of that gloss. I'm not into the gloss. So I noticed since I filled in the debits on the frets that even though I don't bend too much, I don't do a lot of bending on the acoustic. Sometimes I do a little bit, but not a whole heck of a lot because, you know, they're tough strings. But anyways, that's what I wanted to tell you guys is that take care of your guitar because you know, that's what makes you shine besides your voice, right? Just keep up on your guitar. Keep it clean. Yeah, and also too is if you do clean your frets up and you want to change the strings out, yeah, make sure you polish your frets. Polish the frets. Also, get some orange oil is good. Pure lemon oil or butcher block oil is good for the neck. So put that on there, put a nice good coat of it on there, especially if you're in dry weather. Put a nice good coat of it and then wipe it, and you'll see that it's wet, but let that oil soak in because it'll soak in and dry up. You'll see. And so it's always good to oil your neck. All my machine heads make sure your machine heads are tight. And that's about it. Make sure you change out if you have active pickup in there, make sure you change your battery out too, right? So anyways, I don't know. It's just, I'm sure most of you guys out there, especially have been doing this for a while, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of beginners out there that are just starting off or whatever. Just want to let them know. Make sure you keep up on your guitar. Keep it clean and, you know, don't play with dead strings. That's not going to do you any good. But yeah, keep it clean, man. So I hope all my music makers out there are doing pretty cool. We got a nice little community going on here, man. I got like a little over 500 subscribers. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so enough about the guitar. Now I've got the other one. I've got to do the same thing too. I've got a 214 Taylor. I got to do the same thing to that. I'm going to put new strings on. I'm going to polish the frets. There's no debits on those frets, and then go ahead and clean her up and put a new set of strings on it. Make sure the machine heads are tight. Oil the neck, and I just changed the battery in the 214. But yeah, this thing is this is my pride and joy though. I love that 3-piece back and that bitchin'. You can't go wrong. So what I loved about, people might ask, well, why did you use the why did you get the D28 or a D45 or whatever? For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know the whole story behind it, but for some reason they decided they had a lot of. I guess Martin had a lot of scrap wood left, and that's what got them to do the 3-piece back. They had this really nice wood, but they didn't have big enough pieces to make a solid or a 2-piece. So they ended up making a 3-piece. And the bracing they use on the Sika top is I think it's 3/4 inch bracing. It's thinner, smaller bracing on this guitar. I'm not sure what the structure is on it, but you know, the top of your guitar here, you know, this is basically your soundboard. This is where you're getting your sound from, and it's bouncing in there and shooting out the hole, right? But this is the one that vibrates and actually resonates and gives you resonation. And yeah, it's a good little guitar. But so they used a thinner bracing. I wish I knew the exact measurements, but I don't. But they used on the D35, and they used a thinner bracing on the top of this, and which makes, so that's why this guitar is boomier and projects a little more. It might be louder than a D28, a little bit louder and more wood sounding. It's got a little more wood, which I love. So it's got that wood sounding. Martin's just amazing. So anyways, yeah, so they had this tone. I saw it on, I think I saw it on YouTube. This guy, he's got a big channel, and I think he reviews all of Martin's guitars and stuff and everything. He was saying this one was his favorite. He's a long-haired dude, but he said the D35, he plays them all, but he said out of the box, D35 just has that more wood sound because it's got thinner bracing, and the soundboard moves a little bit more. So that's the story on the Martin. I think that's it, guys. Till next time, you guys keep out there, keep hitting the pavement. I haven't hit that social club yet. I'm going to. I might even maybe do it tomorrow, but I got this sewing machine, so I want to see if I can knock out a pair of pants with this sewing machine. The sewing machine my wife got me. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do that, and then maybe tomorrow I'll go down and touch base with this guy. Well, I've been actually cruising by a couple times, so I'm not in a super big hurry, but I need to jump on it and see if I can get a date from him, because it's coming up, starting to get warm, right? It's spring, and you know, I don't know, Big Bear up here is a little funky with their live music. I don't know, it's weird. It used to be a lot of live music at a lot of the restaurants and stuff, but a lot of them don't do it anymore. I don't know if it's because of COVID. They cut a loss, you know, they lost money and they're trying to recoup from being shut down. And you know, because it's a luxury to have music at your venue, at your restaurant or bar or whatever. You know, it's a luxury to have that music, but that music is what makes it memorable for folks that go there to eat, right? They just go, oh shit, you know. But anyways, that's about it. So yeah, take care of your guitar, and if you can't do what I do and start sewing and make your own clothes. I'm kidding. Yeah. So anyways, you guys peace out, be good, be safe, be kind to one another, and keep lining those gigs up, man, because it's all about you guys. You guys are the ones that putting a smile on people's faces and making it pleasurable for people to sit down and eat and drink and just listen to something nice and good. And that goes not just for the guitar players, but the piano players and keyboard players, all you guys that do solo or even duets or even bands. Just get out there and start lining up gigs, because it's time to spread the love, right? All right, I'm done with this shit. Talk to you guys next week.